So welcome to another episode of Between the Buns. How you doing?
Great, good to be here.
Good, awesome. Got his burger all set up. This is Eric. Eric, what? I'm gonna mispronounce your last name. How do you say it?
Blacher.
Blacher.
Like more black.
Eric Blacher. So first things first, a little gift card for being our guest because your time is valuable.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, really appreciate that.
Super fun. So Eric, you want to tell us a little about yourself?
Sure. I'm a family medicine physician in Blacher.
That's cool.
We do what's called direct primary care.
What's that?
Similar to a concierge model, that's what most people know it as, but it's the concept of eliminating insurance and just doing a monthly subscription so that I can provide patients with the best care possible without any third-party interference.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
extended visits, an hour long, no wait in the waiting room, same day, next day visits. I can do home visits if necessary. And I only take 300, 400 patients at the most and cap myself out so I can deliver on my promise of extraordinary patient care.
Do you do physicals, like for old people like me?
Absolutely.
Okay, maybe I'll go see you.
Yeah.
I need to go see a physical. I've been my doctor, my primary care doctor is Russell Radoff. Do you know him?
I know the name. I haven't met
Yeah,
him personally.
but he's so busy. How many clients can you take right now? Are you super busy?
I am wide open.
Oh, cool, awesome. So
Yeah,
guys,
we just opened in May.
oh, cool. So it's a brand new place, guys. If you're looking for a primary doctor, you just moved to Blacher. I don't know how many people watch this, but if you just did, and you are looking for somebody, use him. He's great. Okay, so just to remind everybody, this is the podcast. It's called Between the Buns. I don't know how many times I'm going to recycle this, but I've used it a few times.
It works.
I know, right? So the idea is to provide real talk over burgers at KP's Kitchen, and so Eric, how do you like your burger?
Well, I haven't tried it yet.
But how did you order it?
Well, I ordered it medium rare because I think you can't do a burger well, in my opinion. You got to do the meat justice. I like the American cheese, the pickles, the onions, the tomato. I like the lettuce and the crispiness of that. Then you got to get a side of fries for the crunch aspect. Some days I'll go a little bit more heavy and greasy with maybe some bacon and avocado.
Oh, yeah, I didn't put any bacon on because you didn't say. So
I didn't say. I didn't order it today.
And I got mine the old school way. I've had it a couple times. I've seen it before. The burger is inspired by Osterwald, which is a place in Chicago. You ever go to Chicago?
I've been there once or twice before Old Comiskey shut down.
So there's a burger place in Chicago that is just fabulous. It's so good. It's so great. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about restaurants and about kind of what you do and how struggling restaurateurs and other marketing or company places can market to the medical industry, because that's what you do.
Sure.
While we're talking, please eat. Enjoy yourself. Don't like not eat just
Don't mind if I
because
do.
I'm talking. So tell me a little about yourself. Do you have kids? Do you have a family? Do you?
Yeah. So I'm married.
Yeah.
I got a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. Both are very active in sports. My son Ethan is 10 and plays for Blacher baseball. My daughter is 8 and she plays softball at WUSA. And we probably know a lot of the same people through some of that. But
Yeah, we do stuff with Blacher globally.
do you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's kind of a big deal, especially for restaurants. It's like how do you decide where do you go eat? Is it your kids?
Unfortunately, yeah. I think sometimes it's kids, it's convenience. But for us and our family, food is very much a combination of tradition, culture, memory, satisfaction, comfort, and in high stress situations, I think emotional comfort.
Yeah, for sure.
It's medicinal.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's so many quotes. Food is love. So what brings you back home? What do you look for in a restaurant? Where do you go? Like if I'm a new restaurateur just opening up in Blacher, how do I get you to come to my restaurant?
That's a great question. It's the question that I think a lot of restaurateurs make the mistake of not asking, especially of the customer. And I think it's consistency. They know they're going to have the same experience every time, that the food's going to be as good quality every time. I think it's also the service, because the food can be A+, top notch, which, by the way, here it always is, as is the service, by the way. But if the food is great, but the service and the experience that you have isn't great, or the atmosphere isn't great, that can affect somebody's decision to return.
Yeah, it sucks like when it's a crapshoot. Like one day it's really, really great, and the other day it's really, really not.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And you don't want to bring your friends or family because you don't want to be embarrassed or blown away. You don't know what's going to happen. It's interesting you say that because we're not the fanciest place in town. But if I always have to bring it back to KP's because we're here and it's my podcast. But it's interesting because we're not the fanciest place in town. But what we look for are we're nice to people and we sell good food. Food's not great. Some people think it's great, but you wouldn't say it's like. It's not like on a level of some of these high-end chefs like Charlie Trotter or some of these super famous chefs that are like, oh, we have great food and we have our we do things that are approachable and delicious. Go in there, try that burger.
All right.
I want you to try it.
So there's a different way to eat burger. Everybody has their own style. I like to cut mine in half because I like to visualize the inside there.
Well, that looks good.
You
That's
see the
medium rare, huh?
pink there, perfectly done.
Our chef Esteban actually cooked that because none of the cooks were in it yet.
Mmm.
How many up? Is it good?
That's an A+ burger.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like it. We're doing burgers all month long for $12. And then this weekend, because it's super slow, it's obviously it's a holiday weekend, and everyone's off or whatever. We're doing $10 double cheeseburgers at both locations from 12 to 8 on Saturday and Sunday.
That's a steal.
I know that's insane,
especially for the quality that you're doing.
I know it's insane, and so I was just talking with my staff about this, and they're like, "Well, it seems to be inexpensive," and I go, "Look, people have to have a reason to drive over to Blacher or drive over to Memorial from Sugar Land to come eat KP's. I mean." We don't have a James Beard Award. We do have a rodeo award. We did contribute to the Houston Motorcycle Rodeo.
Really?
It's not really an award. I think everybody gets it. But yeah. And so how do you provide value? And so that's one thing. Is like people's money is important to them. I'm going with bacon. I like the dip of bacon and ketchup.
Love that. The sweet and the salty.
Mm-hmm. I'm Jewish, but I still love bacon. So going back to the family you're dining out, we're going to take KP's out of the equation. What are your top 3 restaurants and why?
For the family?
When you go out to eat?
When it's for the family, Ciro's down the road here.
Oh yeah, Ciro's, yeah.
And the food is good. Similar concept. They don't have a James Beard Award. They don't have a Michelin star, but it's good quality. It's consistency.
And they've been around forever. And
They've got an outdoor play area that my kids just absolutely love. So it gives the adults some time to kind of be adults, enjoy their food, enjoy their drink, and have their kids taken care of.
Hold that thought, because that's just what we're doing.
Yeah.
You continue to talk about this. Hi, do you help?
Hi, yeah.
So this is the quality service you get. We're in the middle of a podcast, and KP just got up to go help a customer, and that's the kind of restaurant experience you get when you come to KP's. The owner is here, he's helping customers, he's diving right in because he cares about his business. He cares about the community. Now, I'm sitting here munching on this burger, and it's just juicy. There's juice running out of it. 2 patties, American cheese, perfect crunch. And the bun is just absolutely perfect. Brioche, I think, right? Brioche buns?
Yeah, from the Bread Man. So that's what, guys, if you don't own your own business, you're not running your own business, that's what we do. We get up in the middle of a podcast to go see the customer walking the door because we don't want her to feel neglected. And she may not have even been here before. She's looking around like, what is this place? A lot of our regulars will just go and sit down.
Yeah.
They know where the water is, they're just like, oh. But yeah. So anyway, what did you talk about? You talked about the burger?
I was talking about how juicy it is and how the bun is just so soft and perfect.
This burger is my favorite.
Oh yeah. Is there a special sauce on here too? Do y'all have like a special sauce?
We do a Dijonnaise sauce. So the idea is you take the bacon, you take the cheese, and you take the sauce and it melts and makes this little sauce. Well, it was a French Dijon sauce at this restaurant where the muse was called Au Cheval, but we wanted to do something a little different. So we took a Louisiana Creole sauce. Brian Caswell was our original consultant chef. He's so talented. We've been to his restaurant a couple times already. La Chuli. Have you been yet?
Mm-hmm.
It's right over here. It's delicious. I was just telling him the other day, he goes, how was your food? He always texts me after it. He goes, how was it? Which is great. You should do that. And he was like, I was like, honestly, I had to order it because I ordered the barbacoa, which you wouldn't expect from a seafood place, but it was so good. And my daughter's boyfriend got the pork chop. our pork chop's great. This pork chop was huge. It was like this big.
Oh man, wow.
And we're like, oh wow, this pork chop's great. It's delicious. So let's circle back. So what I did is, y'all know me. I talk a lot about ChatGPT, and so one of the things I wanted to kind of talk about was how your industry and my industry can work together. So you were just saying that you kind of wanted to dive into ChatGPT.
Yeah, well, or some form of AI for sure, because I think I've heard it can help with social media posts and coming up with concepts and kind of take the guesswork out of a lot of things and efficiency.
So let me tell you what I do. Do you have an email list?
Working on it. Yep, we're working on it.
So we have an email list, right? I'll say create an email list, and I'll just give thoughts. I'll say like today, it was like $12 burgers, happy hour all day, July 4th weekend, and it spits out an email. Then I'll say adapt to Facebook. Then I'll say adapt to Nextdoor. Then I'll say adapt to Instagram. Then I'll say adapt to Twitter in 100 words or less.
Yeah.
And it spits it out. I just copy and paste it and post.
Yeah,
It'll even say, would you like a graphic?
that's incredible.
So here's what I did today is I said, create a marketing plan for the slower months for KP's Kitchen to collaborate and sell to medical offices.
Yeah.
You own a medical office.
Yeah.
I own KP's Kitchen. Let's see what it spits out. Guys, 2 pages.
Wow.
I'm just going to read over this real quickly and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, go for it.
Campaign name, Fuel the Front Line, fresh meals from KP's Kitchen.
I like that.
Healthy chef-driven meals, fast delivery, exclusive bulk lunch offers, lunch and learn bundles. Do y'all do lunch and learn?
Absolutely.
Lunch and learn bundles, great for reps or practices. Guys, reps have a credit card, they just spend money. You guys spend money with somebody, why not spend it with you? Weekly wellness meal drop, 10% discount for signing up for 4+ weeks. KP Care Kits, delivered snack packs. This is cool. You can do like snacks, like it says like chocolate cookies, fruit, great for break rooms or shift changes. Do you keep food in your break room?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so cool. You can just keep food in your break room. Promotional strategy, email and direct mail campaign, social media targeting, geo-targeting. You know what you can do on ChatGPT?
No.
You're reading through this, right? And you're like, I don't know what geo-targeting is. I can go on ChatGPT and type, what is geo-targeting? How can it help KP's Kitchen? Or what's the name of your company?
Blacher Care Direct Family Health.
Or how I can go. You don't know what geo-targeting is? How can geo-targeting help Blacher Care Family Health? And they'll spit out 15 things how it can do it.
Wow.
And then you can deep dive in this. It's like, so it reminds me of when I used to read. I still read, but when I would like watch a movie or and Wikipedia first came out, I would, especially history movies, I would watch a movie with my phone and I would like see how true it was in the history shit, like whether it's Braveheart or The Crown and
Classic movie, by the way.
right, you know, and I'd be like, and like, why are you watching it? Like, you're ruining the movie. I'm like, no, I'm trying to find out if it's real. And
Yeah.
so this is the same thing you can kind of do with ChatGPT. Even came up with a referral program. Medical staff who refers into the office gets a free lunch office up to 5. Guys, if you're in the restaurant business, you want me to email this to you, I will. Just shoot me a DM. Yeah, you know, it's taglines. KPs, where Houston's health heroes refuel.
I love that.
Fresh fuel, fast delivery, zero stress. Care for patients, we care for you. And then the last part, let's just look and see what it says the last part. You see that? Can you see that? I hope you can. Would you like me to create a flyer or brochure? Sample outreach email to medical offices, a short pitch, menu template. Let me know how you'd like to deploy this. Guys, this is the future right here. This is the future.
That's brilliant.
This is crazy, isn't it? That's
It
insane.
allows you as a restaurateur to get your mind off of the minutia and have your social media and your advertising done more efficiently so you can focus on the business.
And this is how we can kind of connect. And then you, I mean, I'm just, and I don't know, but if you have like a luncheon or something like that,
Yeah.
you could say, create 5 summer healthy tips for staying healthy during heat stroke, you know, or create 6 hydration tips, you know, and just stuff that kind of keeps your clients engaged. And you're like, and so it's almost like you're not only their doctor, but you're their friend looking out for them when they go on vacation.
Yes.
Create 5 tips before you go on your family vacation. How do I keep my kids from not getting sick at camp? Do you need me, Amanda?
Yes. What is the Wi-Fi?
The Wi-Fi is Good Eats.
Good Eats?
Good Eats.
Okay.
So these are kind of things that ChatGPT does, which is so cool.
It's so cool.
I know, it's so great.
Our
But
kids will never know what it was like to have to go to a Webster's dictionary or an encyclopedia and look this stuff up. They'll never know it. They'll never understand it.
I read something somewhere that said this is the last generation of people that will actually drive a car.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I follow this guy Gary Vaynerchuk. Do you know who he is?
I don't know who that is.
You should follow him. He's really he's a
What's the
serial
story?
entrepreneur. He started. He was a Russian immigrant, Russian Jewish immigrant from New York. His dad worked 1 million hours a week. He then he worked throughout. He didn't spend money. He just worked. He started this podcast or this YouTube feed called Wine Library TV, and he was one of the initial investors in Facebook. He passed on Uber. I mean, he's just a serial entrepreneur, and he started a method. And he teaches people that you control your life, and if you decide to buy $6 lattes and $200 shoes, and you can't complain about not having any money.
Yeah.
Because you could go live in a garage apartment with 17 other guys and just work and build your brand, or you can work, although live with your parents and go work for free for the company that you want to do. Let's say you want to be a DJ,
Right.
you know, and you can go DJ for free, you know, until you get better at it while you're living in your parents' basement. I mean, there's no basements in Houston yet.
Debt is certainly a handcuff for any wannabe entrepreneur. The only reason I was able to open my own business, so I was hampered with $400,000 worth of med school loans. Thankfully, I was able to pay all that off, and that gave me the financial freedom to open my own business and be my own boss and give patients the care that they want to, or that they deserve to have.
Debt's hard. Debt is hard. I mean, it's so easy to incur debt right now.
Yeah.
And to pay it back is even more difficult. There's these when I first opened my restaurant, I looked into some of those companies, and they're sharks. I'm talking 30, 40, 50% is what they, and they still call me this day, and I'm like, no, I don't want to use you. I don't want to use you.
Right.
But it is very, very hard. Debt is very, very hard, and it can turn somebody sideways. Somebody that is a successful, a would-be successful person. There are, you know, because sometimes the conventional loans, like the banks and stuff like that, they won't loan to the everyday person, especially if the person doesn't have any history.
Right.
It's very, very hard. There's a movie I saw. I think it was made on Netflix. It's called The Bank of Dave, and it talks about, in England, it's great. It talks about how he created his own bank because these people were just they were losing everything because these big creditors were coming in, and they were like giving them song and dance, getting them locked in, and then they would lose their homes, they would lose everything.
Horrible.
So, yeah, it's
Horrible.
really bad. I mean, debt can be really bad. The OG guys, what's his name, Dave Ramsey.
Oh yeah, Dave Ramsey. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Big
great
fan
food.
of his.
Yeah. So,
Beans and rice is what he says, right?
Yeah.
Beans and rice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But anyway, so anything you want to support? Anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I want to circle back to this concept, this marrying of food and the medical or the healthcare field.
Sure.
So, as I was saying earlier in the podcast, food is comfort.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, medical professionals are so overworked, so overstressed, don't have time to eat because maybe they're in the hospital, they're doing shift work, and their one comfort of the day may actually be the food that they put in their mouth. And oftentimes I hear from, especially the nursing community, the food that they're choosing to put in their mouth is processed garbage, right? Whereas if they could get a fresh meal from a great restaurant like KP's or another institution, why not do that? Why not give them the comfort that they need with fresh, unprocessed products that are made by top-notch chefs?
So how do we get the word out to these nurses?
I think your idea of lunch and learn is a great idea. I actually had another business in Blacher, another food business, come into my office and bring samples. And they brought some samples and gave us some cards and some discounts and stuff like that. Additionally, every doctor under the sun knows a drug rep or a vendor or a medical device rep. If you ask those doctors, who are your reps, I will get with your rep so that the next time they bring you lunch or dinner or whatever it is, it's a KP lunch and not a Chick-fil-A or something like that.
But you got to get past the initial line of defense, which is the people that answer the phones. And a lot of times, they're all business. And so when we first opened up in Blacher, we tried to do lunch.
Yeah.
And we went to every single hospital in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of lunch business in the Blacher location, and we couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
We were offering free lunches. We were offering cards that said free lunch. And how do people know that it's not a scam? And that's the hard part. It's like these people, these restaurateurs who tried it. They're like, we tried direct mailing, and no one came in. So, what would be your recommendation for a pitch from if somebody pitched to you that you would say, I'm gonna listen. Is it cookies? Is it like somebody bringing actual food and then saying, hey, if you like this, here's my card? Is it more of a passive?
Is it okay if I plug another food business?
Yeah, of course.
So
Not just
the
me.
smoothie place Nectar, right next to the 401.
Yeah.
The manager of that institution on her own, first of all, she came to my grand opening, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She heard about us through the Blacher Business Bureau, and she's been keeping in contact with us. She brought in acai bowls and smoothies for me and all my staff, unannounced, unsolicited, provided us with coupons. And
She didn't call or anything?
she just showed up. She walked in. And I will tell you, that front line, that you're right, that's the wall, right? It's a magic wall between the owners of the doctors and any other vendor.
Right.
Those people are the most stressed of anybody, and they will take free food off your hands immediately. That is your key to getting in.
So so how do you get into these office, like if you go to like the Memorial Herman?
Yep.
The Memorial Herman, you can't just walk in, right?
You can. I would have some samples with you and just say, I'd like to talk to the practice manager, or the office manager.
Do you get that, guys?
Leave the docs alone.
Hold on. The practice manager, they are the people. So come in, and let me give you a little secret. Go to Restaurant Depot, buy a box of 200 cookies that you bake in-house. You just pull them out and you bake them. $30. Then you go to Michael's and buy those little cookie bags and just throw 2 of them in, put your business card in there, and guys, for $50, you can probably market to 200 businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not 200, maybe 100. But what he's saying is, this is gold. This is who you're trying to market to. This is who we're trying to get to. I mean, by the way, if I don't plug my restaurant, we do a ton of lunch and lunch. I'd love to kind of do any catering that you have, and put it out there. You know, if your catering is priced at where you can do 20% off your first catering, maybe it makes it more approachable than the other smoothie place.
Yep.
But you got to boots on the ground, right?
Yep.
It's called guerrilla marketing. If you don't do it, then someone else is going to do it, right?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
You know, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, and that's what it's about. So, you know, I like to keep these around 30 minutes, but I would like to ask you, is there any kind of charity or anything you want to, other than your business, other than if you want to go to his business, please support him.
Well, before we get into the charity, today's International Joke Day.
Oh, is it?
I noticed you didn't bring that up, so I would like to provide you with a restaurant joke.
Oh, let's do it. Come on, I love these
Okay.
jokes.
What did the food critic say about the restaurant on the moon that he visited?
What?
Well, the food was really good, but there was no atmosphere.
Oh my goodness. That's so stupid.
That's for my 10-year-old out there.
Yeah. My go-to is always, how do you catch a unique rabbit?
A unique rabbit. I have no idea.
Unique up on it. My daughters hate that one too.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Mine's
I would stick with the restaurant business guy.
I know, right? Yeah, it's so stupid. So stupid. But anyway, and who else? Who do you want to see on this? Who should I interview? You don't have to say if you don't know anybody. It's fine.
You know, I didn't think about that. I'll have to get back to you on that.
That's fine. You don't have to say it if you don't have anybody.
I thought about your charity question.
Oh, yeah.
Type 1. So my son has type 1 diabetes, diagnosed in 2023. We've been a big part of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, JDRF.
Yeah.
They've now become known as Breakthrough Type 1. They changed their name. I think it's a great charity, and they're actually on the brink of curing type 1 diabetes. I think I read a study recently that within the next couple of years, there was a study that like 10 people are cured of their type 1 diabetes. So that stuff's actually happening, and it makes a big difference.
Do y'all have like a benefit or gala or anything like that for this? To raise money?
Breakthrough Type 1 does have a gala. They have a walk, a run, a ride. They do so many events for fundraising throughout the year.
Is there
You can
anything
go on
coming
their
up
website.
on the horizon?
Gosh, I'm so ashamed that I don't know
I have
the
a
answer.
point. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to donate a gift card to this charity to raise money for it, okay? And what I'm asking you restaurateur people out there, if you could even donate a card that says a free appetizer for this charity. When you do find out, when I do post this, can you like link it in the comments?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so JDRF, obviously you've probably heard of it, but I have. So I'll give you a gift card, like a brunch for 4 at Blacher. You can kind of
That's really nice.
yeah, and so that'll go to his charity. So because it's important that we give back. Community is very important to me. I like to give back. I feel like the more I give back, the more I get. Well, that's really all I have. I'm glad you enjoyed the bird. I appreciate your time coming here.
That's an honor. Thank you for having me.
And I'm actually get up and go to work. Anyway, thanks, man.
Thank you so much. This is great. Thank you.
This was fun.
I'm gonna finish my